In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the thumbsticks on your PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. As you game over time, these rubber skins tend to tear off a bit and they do get a bit annoying as you're playing in the long run. Well, this is not in the worst situation, but I do feel a little distracted when I'm trying to put those analog sprints. This rubber will just interject in the way and it's not the most comfortable grip. So you can replace these thumbsticks by purchasing these separately. I'll leave a link to the product link in the description box. You can also get it for a 10% off via a code, which I'll also share with you. So grab these for very cheap and let's get down to the process. So the first thing we're gonna do is remove this black faceplate. You can literally use your nails, snug it inside and pull it open. I notice a lot of you guys may be a little reluctant to disassemble the PlayStation controller, and it's completely normal. I was in your shoes, but since I did this a couple times, I feel much more confident. I just trimmed my nails, that's why I was struggling a little bit. Or you can also grab this little guitar pick to snug this inside, both the sides, and you can just pull it open. It's gonna sound a little bad, but don't worry, just be careful, just pull it up, and this is how it's gonna look like. You've now exposed two little screws on these two handles, so I want you to grab your micro screwdriver and open up these two screws. Once you've opened these two screws, you want to remove these bumpers, so you can again grab your little mini screwdriver and put it in there and just literally push it off. It's probably the simplest thing you can do in this entire tutorial. You're also going to find two little screws there and there, so you also want to remove them. I also understand many of you do not own a mini screwdriver. In that case, what do you do? Well, you can try to use a sharp knife. A lot of you guys have suggested that a sharp knife also does the trick. I haven't personally done that, so I don't really know. But what I have done in the past is using a big screwdriver, putting some fire in there and rubbing it against the table, and that would burn the tip, and somehow that would still work out. So you might want to try that out too. Or you can even just get this for like very cheap from any hardware store. But anyway, once you've removed these screws, we're able to now open up the front cover from the entire controller. So the way we're gonna do that is trying to open it from both the handles, and you're not gonna be able to do it because there are two latches over there. So you can again grab your little piece, and as you're trying to open, put in that little piece, snug it inside the latch, just kind of opening it up. And as you're doing that, you're gonna be able to completely take this thing out, just like this. We now have our battery on top of the battery tray. You can just simply remove it, pull it open. Next, we have the battery tray. You can again grab your screwdriver and remove that little screw on top of the battery tray. Make sure to keep your screws in one location so you don't lose them. We can now remove the battery tray, but you have to be careful. There's a little microphone jack over there with the orange wire. So as you're pulling the battery tray up, you also want to remove the orange wire along with it. So just use your fingers to open it up and then open the battery tray. As you can see, this thing came off, but don't you worry. You can always put this back again, just like so. Just like that. Leave this to the side. Now we enter this scary location. It's not scary at all, just trust me. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wires that you want to open up, and you might lose grip as you're trying to use your fingers. So what I found helpful was a plier. I can grab these wires and very slowly just open it up. So you can do the same for all the wires. This thing I can just use my fingernails, this as well, and this orange piece as well. So very carefully remove them. And now from behind, use your two fingers to push these thumbsticks upward. I understand it's a bit of a pain. Sony has made life difficult, unlike the Edge controllers, which you can just simply take it out in a breeze. You can't seem to do the same with the original ones, but it is what it is, and we're gonna do it either way. But at this point, you can simply just pull these open. You just pull it upwards, and it just comes out like a breeze. And now I have a fresh pair of thumbsticks. I'm just gonna use one of them, put it in the appropriate location. This nucks in place very nicely. The other one, like so. You should be able to hear a click, which tells you that it sat in place. But after you do that, all you have to do is reverse engineer everything back again. So grab all the wires and put this motherboard back again. Don't forget about that orange wire from underneath. And once you have all the wires up, you can push everything in place. Then you can grab all the 4 wires and just connect them back to these white pockets. Make sure you snug fit them. And finally, the orange one. Right. Next, we have the battery tray, and again, this battery tray has this little microphone wire connected. So in any case, if this kind of comes off, you can always put it back again like so. Now you can take this battery tray and put it on the motherboard. Just align the screw holes, take your screw and screw it in place. Don't forget about this orange wire from the battery tray. It just came off again. You can always put it back in its place and connect that to the white pocket as well. That looks good, but before you assemble everything back again, you can always flip this and check if everything is nicely smooth. This looks flawless, so I'm very happy with it. You can now take the battery, install this wire onto the little pocket, and then put the battery in here, and we're good to go. Take that little back cover. Now the easiest way I find to put this back cover in it is to start from the top and work your way back. So I'm gonna do this, so aligning the 2 holes, and then just working my way back. Just like a breeze. We now have the 4 screws, so you wanna screw these in place. Once you attach the 4 screws, we now have our bumper buttons, so just align these bumper buttons on top of the corresponding buttons. So this is L2, so L1 will go on top, and all you do is just put it in place and just press, just like that. Do the same for the R1. As simple as that. The last thing that's remaining is the faceplate, and the best way I see is to put these pointy ends first and then work your way back down once again. So going in like that and in a breeze. And that is how you change these thumbsticks on your PlayStation controller. If you're having a stick drift issue, be sure to check out this video. Otherwise, if you want to know how to replace the trigger springs, you can check out the other video as well. You guys have a fun time gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.